I want to say first is our students are safe. We want to thank our law enforcement who had a great response time. We've gone through extraordinary measures to ensure that our students are safe. There's not a substantiated threat at this time, and our students are going about their day, and so we're really thankful for that. But we are always going to err on the side of caution, and we're always going to err on the side of making sure that our students are well taken care of and they're safe. So I want to thank everybody for their patience through this process as we ensured that there was no substantiated threat. Okay, and I'll read this statement. Around 9:30 a.m., we were made aware of an unsubstantiated threat involving a possible weapon in the Rocket Lane area. In response, we worked closely with law enforcement to investigate the matter thoroughly. As part of this investigation and out of abundance of caution, myself, in conjunction with law enforcement, put Rocket Lane on a lockdown. And the other SBS schools, we went to a soft lockdown at those facilities. Again, keeping in mind that everyone's well-being was at the very top of our priority list. While law enforcement has not confirmed any credible threat, we wanted to take every necessary step to keep our students and our staff protected. Our priority in Shelby County Schools is our students and our staff and their safety. So we're committed to that. Also, we're committed to communicating with you as transparently and as quickly as possible. I want to thank our PR director for being able to get out the communication very quickly, sent several different communication pieces out today, and I want to thank her for her work in that aspect. At this time, we still are in an active investigation, although we know at this time our students are under no immediate threat. This is still an active investigation, and I have to be very careful as to what I say and how we approach this. But I can tell you this: if you are out there and you are making a threat to our schools or to our students, and we find you, I know the sheriff and our local city police department well enough to know that we will hold you accountable to the highest level possible. This is something that we take very, very serious, and so we will hold you accountable when we find you. So at this time, I'll take any questions that you have. We also have Captain Tipton here, who really led this process.
Did this start out as a call? This was a tip to a suicide prevention hotline?
So right now, we're going to be really cautious in how what information we will release. I promise you this, I'm very transparent with my communication. And as soon as I'm allowed to release exactly what happened and how we received the threat, I will absolutely do that very quickly. But right now, this is still an active investigation, and we want to be very respectful of our law enforcement to make sure they have everything they need to catch the person that is responsible for this.
Can you say if you think it was a student or a former student?
Right now, to be honest with you, we don't know. We are still under that active investigation. That's one of the things that we're still pursuing is exactly who and how this threat was made.
How many students were impacted by this with the five schools, right? Do you know how many students altogether?
I could get you those exact numbers. I don't know exactly how many students are in each one of those buildings. We also had the area technology center that was impacted. I can get you an exact number figure on that, but you are correct that there were 5 institutions that were impacted, but also around our community. We were on soft lockdown, and then we went into a high alert situation throughout our entire district as we investigated this.
And although no one was injured, there was a lot of trauma. There were students and
Yes.
parents stressed and upset.
Absolutely. So one of the things that we've done is our trauma team is just one of the best. And so we have deployed our resources to those schools to help our students. Certainly we had students that were certainly anxious, and we wanted to make for sure that we were able to be there and support them. So we have our counselors out at the schools and working with any students that are having some anxious moments. So we certainly understand and feel for that. We've had some people, some parents come and pick up their students, check their students out. We're going to excuse those absences because we are aware that this can cause a lot of anxiety for our students.
And being an educator, I'm sure you've seen when tragedies strike in other parts of the country, even here in Kentucky, are you feeling a sense of relief that this was not worse?
Absolutely. You know, we're very thankful right now that every single student is safe and they're okay and they're not under an immediate threat. We are extremely thankful and grateful for that. Students are at the center of everything that we do. Our law enforcement, without hesitation, went to that building today, right? So they're at the heart of everything. And so we're very, very thankful for what went on. However, we also are continuing to pursue the investigation because we will hold that person accountable for what they did today and the anxious moments that they caused among our community.
And then finally for me, we talked to a parent who was really upset and stressed when she got to the school. She said seeing the heavy police presence helped her to calm down.
Yeah.
As the superintendent, when you were out of town on your way back in, did they give you some peace of mind just knowing that the police agencies were here?
Absolutely, absolutely. I've said this, not just about this situation, but a lot of situations. Our community is special. We come together, this community bonds, they're supportive, and our law enforcement is no different. Our law enforcement was there very, very, very quickly. I was in communication with my team. We were in communication with the law enforcement throughout the morning. So I cannot thank them enough for what they have done and what they did in this situation. They were just spot on the entire morning, did everything by the book, and was able to clear all of our schools. They were awesome. And yes, it makes me feel a lot better being in a community that is served by that law enforcement group.
You think everything will be back to normal tomorrow at all the schools?
Absolutely, absolutely. And we're still, there will still be some heavy police presence. We're still going to be on alert and be watchful and mindful. But we expect to be absolutely on schedule today, and we will be back to normal tomorrow morning, ready to educate students.
Yes, something?
Off the top of your head, can you list the 5 facilities that were impacted by this after closed down?
Yeah, so we had East Middle School, we had our Area Technology Center, we had Shelby County High School, we had Wright Elementary, and we had our Shelby Academy JCTC facility that was impacted today.
Gotcha. And do you guys plan on taking any extra precautions going forward as far as, you know, monitoring what comes in and out of the building or anything like that? Or do you think that because of the response today that, you know, the coverage is adequate?
I will tell you this, I am every time we have a situation like this, we have a debrief. So you always are learning, you're growing, you're fixing any little hiccups, but today was really smooth, and it was an excellent response by our police and our law enforcement. It was an excellent response by my team, and our students were never in danger. We were on the spot, we were there. So I'm really, really proud of law enforcement, and I'm really proud of my team.
Thank you very much.